This is the Talking About the 23 Sneaker channel, Talking About the 23 Sneaker channelです。毎日アップするので、毎日見てください。Every single day I bring you content about sneakers, sneaker reviews and upcoming sneaker releases. A bit of a challenging week for me this week because I am reviewing 4 Jordan sneakers, but as you know, if you're a content watcher, a regular watcher of my content, you'll know that this pair of Jordan 4s back here are the only Jordan 4s I've ever known. I've known plenty, but I've ever owned for particular reasons, and there's a link down and below if you want to know what those reasons are. So it's difficult for me to sort of stay fresh about the Jordans this week. I've tried to mix it up a little bit, but I do have these Jordan 4s back here quite a lot. But I need to have them back here today because it is a Jordan 4 sneaker that we are reviewing. It's the Nike Air Jordan 4 FIBA Gym Red. As I said in the introduction, today is all about the Nike Air Jordan 4 FIBA Gym Red, which is celebrating the upcoming World Cup basketball competition, an international competition across all the nations of the earth that are heavily into their basketball, and that point features very heavily in this sneaker. But before we get to that, I need to talk to you about the drop date for this guy, because stay tuned, hold on to your seats. I've heard these guys dropping as soon as tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow. They might be dropping as soon as tomorrow, but I've also heard that they might be dropping as late as September. And as it's still July, that's pretty far away. So I'm not sure when the drop date is going to be, but I thought I might as well fire these guys in there and get a review on them and get a look at them. If the drop date is tomorrow, then I've managed to squeak in a day ahead of schedule. But if the drop date is actually very far in the future, then this video will just sit there and maybe gather a couple of views over the months before they actually do drop. And also, it is worth noting, and again with these Red 4s back here, that it's I think it's deliberate that they chose to use the Jordan 4 silhouette to celebrate the FIBA World Cup of basketball, because this is the 30th year of the Jordan 4s, so the anniversary of the Jordan 4s. It makes sense that that's the sneaker that they go after to make this. What is it called now? Is it event exclusive? No, it's not event exclusive. It will come to me. It's not IE. Actually, I should have mentioned that earlier in the week. Oh no, it's tomorrow that I need to mention that. Oh phew, I thought I'd forgotten to mention about that. The IE is international exclusive, but these aren't IEs. These are something else. SE, special event. Haha, special event. And the special event is that FIBA World Cup. So it does make sense to have these guys Jordan 4 to celebrate 30 years of the Force. Now, before we have a detailed look at the sneaker, do what I do in every single video and do what every YouTuber in the world does, which is ask you to like, share, and comment down below. Any comment you want, even if it's to tell me that I've made a massive mistake, because I like to learn through my channel. Hitting that like button is a big deal for a YouTuber, so please do that. But the biggest deal for YouTubers is hitting that subscribe button as we blast past 400 subscribers and growing this channel. Really, really picking up the pace right now, so definitely hit that subscribe button and join on the ground floor as we build this channel on into the future. And as I am here in Japan, I do say it very regularly. Toroku o onegaishimasu. Toroku suru to tasukaru node toroku o yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Okay, without further ado, let's get into these sneakers. Now, looking at these and researching and reviewing them, I came up with three different things about these sneakers that I thought were pretty unique and stood out. And the first of those three are on the heel and the ankle area, where you can see a gold Jumpman. Now you see my Red 4s back here with that Nike Air branding on the heel, which is a big deal this year. First time in 20 years that the Red 4s had come out with the Nike Air branding, but these guys don't have that. They have a gold Jumpman on the heel there, but I think it kind of makes sense because what we're talking about is a competition that people want to win. Gold is generally speaking associated with winning, so I guess it makes sense to have that gold Jumpman on the back end of these guys there. But then coming forward and looking at the colorway itself, from a distance it looks like red, white and black, but actually what looks like black is obsidian blue, a dark and deep blue color, which is most notable on those waffle eyelets on there. And the reason why I think that's cool is because the red, white and blue is to represent the American team which will be taking part in the FIBA World Cup of basketball. I like that. I don't have a problem with people being patriotic and people appreciating their own countries and things like that, especially the third feature of these guys here. So we had the first with that gold Jumpman on the heel. Second, it's a dark blue obsidian color rather than actual black, which it can be mistaken for. And the third is that the American colorway is balanced out with where the mesh usually appears on the side of a 4 and also on the tongue area of a 4. Why don't I just grab these guys and look at that? So what I'm talking about is this mesh area here. I don't know how easy that's going to be visible to you guys. That mesh area there, and then this mesh area here has been replaced with an embossed, it's not mesh, or it might have been mesh, but it doesn't look like mesh anymore, but embossed detailing. And looking at that detailing there, it's kind of hard to work out, but what it actually represents are international country flags. And I can kind of make out the Korean flag in there somewhere. I think I might be able to see an England flag in there as well, and a Brazil one I think too. I think I saw the Brazil flag in there as well. They're all red, so the coloring, which would normally kind of sort of signify a country's flag, is gone. It's all red, but the actual detailing is those international countries and their flags. And I really dig that the colorway of this sneaker is the American red, white and blue colorway, but the detailing on that mesh in the midfoot and also on that front half of the tongue, which I read in my research that front half of the tongue is called the throat. And I always thought the throat was higher up on the sneaker, and I'd really appreciate if somebody out there could confirm that for me, if the throat is actually the bottom section of the tongue and not the higher up on the tongue. But anyway, those two places, the midfoot and the throat, or the lower part of the tongue, has that detailing and that balance between the American colorway, red, white and blue, and the international detailing there is something I really appreciate. I think is a really cool feature on this sneaker. I do like the sneaker. I don't know when it's going to drop, if it's going to be tomorrow, later in July or August, or even September, as some places are suggesting. We'll see when it drops. It will drop when it drops. You know, due dates. There's no point in listening to them, because things rarely come in on time, and Adidas and Nike especially change their drop dates very often. For me personally, I'm not inclined to go after this sneaker. It is a cool event, what did I say, special event sneaker. I don't know how many, you know, how big the run's going to be, if it's going to be a full run of you know, general release, or if it's going to be a sort of specialist sneaker. But you know, it's just not my kind of thing. I love Jordan 4s. That's why Red 4s were my first Jordans. I was really thrilled to get them and be my first Jordans. But this actual FIBA Gym Red is not actually for me, so I won't be going for it. Okay, it's time for me to check off. Now, tomorrow I'm coming back with another sneaker and another Jordan. Like I said, there's 4 Jordans this week. And tomorrow's the Space Jams, the 2019 Space Jams. Fascinating sneaker. Absolutely fascinating sneaker. I was extremely surprised when I took my research on this and had a look at it, because from afar I had one perspective, but when I got close up to the sneaker, I was like, oh, okay, didn't see that, didn't expect that. So there's a lot in that sneaker tomorrow that I wasn't expecting, so it's definitely worth checking out. For now, it's time for me to thank you for checking in this Air Jordan 4 Gym Red FIBA special edition sneaker. Is it special event or special edition? Ooh, I think it's special event. Anyway, thanks for checking out my content. I appreciate it. And as I do at the end of every single video, I'll just say that I will see you tomorrow.